Hi there folks, welcome back to Rich Reviews. So the latest of the films that didn't go wide release in theaters, didn't make much money, or found their way onto the internet. The latest of these is a film called The Professor. And this originally was going under the title of Richard Says Goodbye. That was at the Zurich Film Festival. I don't know how long ago that was. This is written and directed by Wayne Roberts, whose previous feature was Katie Says Goodbye. And after watching this film from this director, I have no interest in seeing what he does next, because this, my friends, is an early candidate to be on the worst of the year list. Now apparently this film here is being picked up by DirecTV and Saban Films. Here's the thing folks, when I sat through this film, my mouth was agape the entire time. It's funny folks, because Johnny Depp for a very long time, I remember for a period of several years, he was being nominated for Best Actor. His last really great performance was probably Sweeney Todd. And then it all just went to heck. All he wanted to do was play kooky characters in elaborate makeup. And I do admire the Black Mass film with him playing Whitey Bulger. But I just wondered what has happened to his career. And now, granted, I'm not one of these people that's going to be like, oh yeah, he married Amber Heard. He shouldn't have married Amber Heard. Why would anyone want to marry Amber Heard in the first place? That's clearly out of my resume. Basically here we have a guy named Richard, played by Johnny Depp, who apparently learns he has stage 4 lung cancer. Now the ironic thing here is the character doesn't smoke. And the doctor basically tells him, oh yes, you got a year and a half to live if you take treatment, and you got 6 months if you don't. And what do you know, Richard chooses the express train. So basically, the first thing he does is mutter the F word to himself a lot, then tries to drown himself in a pond. And that's not successful. Then he tells his friend, played by Danny Houston, oh yeah, I've got cancer, I would like a sabbatical. Then he goes home and basically doesn't tell his family that he has cancer. Now if I had cancer, the first people who I would tell are my parents that I have cancer. Home life, well, that's another story. Apparently he's married to Rosemary DeWitt, who apparently is having an affair with the chancellor of the university, who happens to be played by Ron Livingston. And his daughter, played by Odessa Young, comes out as a lesbian right at the same time that, oh yeah, the Richard character wants to announce that he has cancer. Of course, that doesn't happen. Now, of course, Richard is an English professor, which blows my mind because he doesn't really teach anything that's reasonably interesting. And he basically tells the class, oh yeah, okay, whoever doesn't want to be here, I'm willing to give a C to. If my professor had told me that, okay, I'm willing to give a C to anyone who doesn't want to be here, I would leave the class right now, myself. That leaves about 10 people in his class, one of whom happens to be the niece of the guy that Rosemary DeWitt is sleeping with. This student, under pressure from the Johnny Depp character, is like, oh yes, I hate my uncle as well. Who in the world says that? Now here's the thing, I have no doubt that you can make a film about a hateful character or have a film about people suffering in silence. The Johnny Depp character is just a miserable person to begin with. Maybe the writer is trying to be inspirational. You know, that one Alan Ball film, we're asked to identify with him. I really couldn't. Then at the end, he gives a speech at this banquet where his wife is being honored for art at the university, which I think the art isn't all that great to begin with either. So apparently he tells all. Now this speech that Johnny Depp gives at the end, a different director, writer, star, and a different attitude. Barring all that, maybe that would have been a very fascinating speech. But here I just am like, okay, can I gag already now? And of course we always get that cough of, oh yeah, he coughs up blood, therefore we know he has cancer. That's pretty idiotic. I have no doubt that certain people do cough up blood when they're dying, but it just feels cliche. And also he also has one scene with a support group that may be the only funny thing about this film, is when he tells off the cancer support group he doesn't want to be there. So in the end, folks, what I'm going to say about The Professor, I'm going to give this, and only see you when you're drunk, yeah, I'm dying of stage 4 cancer, man. Party on, dude! So, folks, The Professor, have you seen this? What did you think? Please put everything in the comment box below, folks. As always, folks, like, comment, subscribe, enrich yourself with knowledge. I'll see you next time, folks. Yes, hooray.